Hello, I'm Trisha Morris, and welcome to Club Scrap. Today is always an exciting day of the month for us here at Club Scrap, and the day actually varies from month to month, but it just happens to be time for our May spoiler. And I say this every month, but I cannot believe how quickly the year is passing us by. We are approaching the summer. The grass is turning green here in Wisconsin. It's looking, well, kind of like a typical April day because we are expecting some really severe storms. But according to the schedule, it looks like we should be okay with power and lights and everything during our live today. So, welcome to all of you as you are gathering in. Please make sure you check in with me. Let me know where you're watching from, and especially if this is your first time watching a live spoiler. I do see a lot of familiar names popping up. Karen is right down the hall, right that way in the building, and she is going to be helping answer questions and providing shopping links for you today. And I've got Julie on the Cape also helping out as well. She has worked for Club Scrap since, well, 2012, I think, and is our member liaison. So she'll be available to answer questions if you call in or email or use the little chat button on our homepage of our website at clubscrap.com. So I'm really thrilled that you're all here, and I hope you are ready for a super fun collection. I know that we tend to do quite a few water themed kits. And for those of you who don't live near the water, I get that it might be a little bit more of a challenging theme for you. Uh, but what we do find with our water themed kits is that they are really, really popular. So we understand if it doesn't work for you, and it's always our goal to just kind of hit it out of the park for every kit that we design here at Club Scrap. But we do have alternative collections as well. So hopefully we can strike a chord with you on in one way or another this month. We do have, so let's see, Thursday. Today is Monday. Thursday is the day that this kit's going to start leaving the warehouse. So you have until, as soon as possible. If you are a member and want to add anything to your shipment this month, today is the day. Take care of that. I'll be sharing with you a few other items that are available and remind you too that we have a current sale going on right now on our past kit called Vines, and it is a beauty. So double check your vines inventory, and this kit's going quickly. So if you want to stock up on any more vines at a great sale price, shop the website for that as well. Okay, we have a nice group formed here. Thank you so much for tuning in the middle of your day. If you're in the United States, or maybe some of you are overseas and it's the evening or the early morning hours. Either way, welcome. And let's see. Hi from Arizona live with me. Yes, Beth, you made it. Also, happy birthday to your sweet husband, Tom. Hope you guys are doing well. First time with live and the first day of retirement. Robin, congratulations. That's awesome. I bet you're loving it. Now every day is Friday, right? Or Saturday, really. Every day is Saturday. That's wonderful. Enjoy. I look forward to that sometime a very long time from now. Okay, I'm having too much fun to retire. I just want to tell you that. Okay, so I'm going to switch my views here to my desk or my work table here, and whoa, we're going to zoom in on this gorgeous first look of the Beachcomber kit. Isn't it pretty? Oh, is my camera sliding here? Let me tighten things up here on my tripod one. Oh, okay, stay put. All right, this is the gorgeous Beachcomber collection. You can see the colors are a nice cool color palette here. We have a sunny yellow in there. We have these two beautiful prints. One is focused on the water, so this is our gorgeous wave print, and then the other is focused on the land, so this is our dune print. So you can kind of see a little bit of a watercolory water in the background, but isn't that just lovely? It's got that little shade of yellow in there, kind of incorporating all the colors, but more in a muted way, which is probably one of the things I like most about this kit. It's very understated. That splash of yellow to me sort of acts like a black would in another kit, where it's more of an anchoring color. This is kind of a highlighting color, fun to work with for sure. So these are the two prints. If you're new around here and you're not sure about how this works, all of this will be in your kit, but if you really like a certain print, you can purchase extra sheets of it. You can grab extra sheets of the plain, what we call open stock, and load up as you see fit. Now, a little bit about these solid colors. So beautiful. You have not seen a lot of these before. So this is an aqua blue here, and I'm not sure if you can see or not. It has a beautiful texture, like a linen-like texture, a fabric texture. Same with the seafoam here. The yellow is smooth, it's nice and heavy. And then again, this green tone also has that stunning texture. So you're gonna love the plain papers. Stock up on those if you like them. And then we have, as always, our 12 by 12 printed cut-aparts. Some really fun sentiments on these. And I just want to point out some of the cast of our characters here. We do have the shells. We have this little, I think that's a sandpiper. I might be wrong about that. I probably am. And then we've got the cute crab. We've got some starfish, some beautiful shells. We got our little crabby guy here again, and the sweet seal. Isn't he sweet? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. We have a lovely sand dollar as well. It's some really beautiful work that Jacqueline has done on the artwork for this collection. Now, to extend all of these beautiful 12 by 12 papers, we do include in our monthly kits, not in our special releases, but in our monthly kits, a 12 pack of photo mats. So you're getting the aqua, the seafoam, the green, and white. And then we have ribbons that have been selected, of course, to spot on match with everything. It's really amazing how great these match. This is a nice inch double-faced satin. And what I like about this double-faced is that no matter which direction you tie your bow, you won't have a dull side to look at, which I like. And then this one is a satin with a grosgrain edge. And right here, you've got 2 whole yards of this green chiffon. Again, all in the colors of the kit. For goodies, we're looking at 2 of these square glassine bags and a set of 5 shell buttons. And these are really, really lovely. Look at those. Even the back side of the button is really pretty. Shell buttons, perfect for beachcomber, right? And lastly, we have a series of appliques. Now these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 starfish appliques. They're a little bit puffy and a fabric base with a nice glitter that doesn't flake off too badly at all. So nice, it'll add a nice sparkle, a nice neutral accent to your pages. So speaking of pages, again, if you're new, I just want to point out that, sometimes kits are really nice, but if you don't know what to do with them, they tend to sit around and not get used, maybe because you're afraid you don't know the outcome. We've got that solved for you as well. We've got our instructions, as always, with the QR code that takes you to the video workshop. And I always say the video workshop makes it so you don't even have to read these if you don't want to. I'll talk you through tearing and trimming all of the papers in the kit, the cut-aparts. We'll organize them into a file, and then you will literally be able to recreate all of these layouts exactly as you see them in the instructions. But let me just show you those layouts right now. So I'm going to get rid of this for a moment here and bring in my pages. Oh, they're so pretty. And I have to say, after filming the workshop just very recently, I think it's 28 minutes long. And I do confess, as you probably noticed just now, I do speak quickly. So if I'm going too fast for you in the workshop, remember that you have playback settings in the YouTube channel. You can change the playback speed to 0.75, and that really slows me down. Okay? So remember that you can utilize the slowdown effect so that I'm more your speed. Right out of the gates, look at how I just tore that wave print into 2 sections, and it's just scrumptious on the layout. And I'll point out too the use of the buttons. I incorporated a little bit of waxed cord, sewed them on to the page, but it's a really nice touch on this particular layout. And then we go into this green and sunny yellow tone. I love this as well for your land tours. And we've got Mr. Seal making his appearance with the crab over here. This nice conch shell, the buttons in use again. Such a lovely set of pages. Again, very, very simple to assemble these, and I do walk you through. This is one of my favorite quotes here. Your prescription is ready at the pharmacy. Ha ha ha. And in the video, I even have a chapter marking on this, by the way. All of the videos that I do that are classes, I'll add a chapter marker so you can proceed right to layouts 5 and 6. And I even have the ribbon twist and staple technique. I show you exactly how I made this little twisted ribbon embellishment on the page if you're curious. Always looking for new and fun ways to use ribbon. And again, here are those 5 gorgeous starfish appliques featured on this layout. And then finally, pages 7 and 8. I utilized a hole punch so I could thread some ribbon underneath the title, both on the left and the right side of the page. And finally, I have the glassine envelopes kind of behind the piece to make it look like, oh, that fits right in there. But I really have this sitting on top of that cute little envelope. So those are the stunning pages. Now remember, if you are a member and receive your kit, you get that bonus page formula. That's this. So here we go. I have mine printed on 5.5 by 8.5 sheet, but you can also blow it up to an 8.5 by 11. And this time I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4 trimmed pieces and the two papers for the base of my double page spread. So if you happen to have a stash of paper at home, I know a lot of you might, you can just gather what's listed here, trim it exactly as explained, and you can create this page. And let me show you what it looks like when you do that. Here is my, get a load of this, finished page formula for the month of May. So again, here's your picture. The formula recreates it exactly. I'm literally using a scaled process in Illustrator to create the sketches. So the size of this piece is to exact scale, and which makes recreating these layouts completely different than just working from your standard sketch. Now, I have to confess to you, I finished the pages this morning. I printed the pictures on my little selfie, my Canon selfie printer right here at the office, and I want to show you really quickly how I finish these formula pages. I have an 8 by 8 grid ruler that I use all the time when I'm finishing my layouts. So when I want to know the size this photo needs to be, I hover over the mat. I get my reading, in this case, 3.5 by 5.5. And I know right away I can trim the picture to 3.25 by 5.25. So in the case of this situation over here, I've got a smaller mat, hover, 3.5 by 3 is my picture. So I can then take my photo and hover, and I go 3.5 by 2.75. Yes, I can safely crop this picture to go in this spot, no problem. Everything is going to look great with that particular cut. Otherwise, I might decide to move the picture to another location. And that's what I did with all of these pictures. And again, for example, not to go on too long about this, but like these are 2 squares. I just hovered my ruler, got my reading, and placed one single picture over the 2 squares. Okay, so that's basically how I do all my pages with the help of, at this point, of that handy 8 by 8 grid ruler. Okay, let's move on to the beautiful card kit, shall we? It's so lovely. And we've got, right away you can see on the top, the special print. And again, I'll remind you that this is a text weight print. And we switched to these a few months ago because we'd like to layer a lot of, at least I do, a lot of mats and panels onto our cards. And just if this was a cover weight, it limited me from doing some fancy folds, and it added a little bit of unnecessary weight to the card itself. And we want to keep those within the postal restrictions. So that's why this is text weight. And isn't it a pretty print? I love all the shells. Once again, we've got our featured paper colors in there too, each of all 4 colors. And then we have our cut aparts. We got a little punny because I do like puns. You probably know this if you've been around any length of time. It's time to celebrate, sealed with a kiss. This is probably my favorite. If you need me, call me on my shelf. Yes, you're great to have around in a pinch. I'll show you more on those in a minute, but the cut aparts are really fun, and they're mapped out so that you don't have to stamp anything to make the cards. Everything required for the outside and inside of all your cards is right here. Of course, you want to be able to send your cards, so you get 4 each of 3 different sizes for a total of 12 envelopes for the 12 cards. Ribbon is included again. We've got this stunning silk ribbon in that beautiful seafoam color. We've got the sunny yellow in a grosgrain, and 2 full yards of the natural colored jute. Plus, for goodies, and these are probably one of my favorites for the cards. You get 4 of these laser cut shells. They're like a pearlescent paper, and I love them because they're nice and flat. They're big enough for layouts as well, but for cards, they're just super nice because they have such a low profile. Same for the set of 4 light blue tags that we have here, and then 4 of the shell appliques in a color that just happens to be perfect on that seafoam green color. So with our monthly kits, if you want extras of any of these goodie items or any of the ribbons and such, you can also order them separately while supplies last. And as is true with all of our kits, You once again have instructions. This is about an hour-long workshop, so it's a little bit more involved, but I will walk you through finding the grain direction of the papers. I will help you trim everything, sort it all out, and then create each card style, which I'm so excited to show you. Let's take a look here at our cards. Okay, let me get rid of this. Lots of things to organize here later. We have this super fun card. It's a corner explosion card, and I guess that's what I'm going to call it. So when you pick this up, everyone says, "You're the best." They're right. Happy birthday. Isn't that fun? Now, what I observed about this card is a single fold card, and it doesn't stand up on its own. And I thought, that's probably okay once in a while. But to solve it, I actually had the exact right sheet of paper that I could use to make an easel. It's a very simple structure. It comes together easily, and that'll be added to the back. So you get 4 of these. This is where you're great to have around in a pinch. Thank you. 2 of those. And then for this style, the A6 or the 4.5 by 6.25 inch card, we're utilizing the tag with the yellow ribbon. Jacqueline actually designed the sentiment to wrap itself around the ribbon. That's how much thought goes into all of these cards. So I hope you enjoy our attention to detail here because the results are absolutely stunning. And then I found this kind of nifty, it's like a slimline tent card. What's cool about it is this slimline card fits into a 5x7 envelope because it's 5 inches wide, features that laser cut shell, and we connect 2 pieces of paper together in a very simple way to create that slimline look. So it's like a tent card with the seam, with the fold at the top, but yet it's really a 5x7. I don't know. I think it's so clever. So we got some celebrating going on here with this card. Now, before I move on, I just want to quick show you how cool this comes together. Okay, so I normally don't do this in my spoiler videos, but when we trim everything, you'll end up with all these panels, and the text weight paper comes in super handy for this. So I've got score lines in here at 2 1/4, and I walk you through that as well on this print. And then I'm going to turn it so it's right side up, and here's the corner square where it's scored. And then I'm going to fold over here and line up those fold lines like this. So here is that fold line. I can line it up with the one beneath it. That makes a 90, let's see, an angle, a 90-degree angle, 45-degree angle. And then here, watch this. All I can do is push down the middle, and I've got this all planned out so that it just automatically collapses into the exact style fold. Now, I've already gone ahead and nested the card base and panel, and then I get to center this, and then open this. Now, in the beginning of class, that's how this works. Like all of the 12 by 12 papers you saw in the kit are trimmed so strategically so that the assembly basically is, it is like an assembly line, which I think is super cool. My sentiment will go here, then that will close. My final sentiment, and I'll talk about this more in the workshop, but you just want to put glue or your favorite adhesive in the corner like this. And I can use the sentiment on the inside of the card as my placement guide. Look at that. Ta-da! Look, I just finished this card right in front of you. Then you have the pieces. I'll guide you through scoring them so that when you make all the folds according to the guide of the score lines, that's going to become your easel. You'll use our bookbinding glue to add it to the back of the card, and then it'll stand up on its own. Yay! Right? How fun is that? That is the card kit, my friends. $27.95. You just can't beat that deal. To take a workshop and learn all that and make all those cards, it's pretty awesome. Stamps are next, and while I feature that, I want to just tell you we have the pops. These are the packs of panels, and it's a half a pound of all the paper colors in the kit that you can grab, and you can even subscribe to this. It's a better deal if you subscribe to the stamps and the pops, and our team can help you add these to your subscription very easily. And this gives you everything you need for die cutting, card making, panels, all kinds of fun things. I know we even came out with a few blogs recently that talk about turning this into a book, believe it or not. So check out the blog. And if you're not checking out the blog, you should be. This is the sheet of stamps. There are a dozen sentiments on there. Let me see if I can find my I don't think I have them all set to go here. Let's see. Sorry about that. I wanted to show you. Oh, yeah, I do have them. Oops, I store my stamps in this little hubless DVD case. And I got to tell you, this image right here is a stunner. So you get the seal, the crab, the sand dollar, two conch shells, two other types of shells, the little sandpiper, and tons of really fun sentiments. They are smaller, so we could get a lot on there, like things like Clossum, or you're great to have around in a pinch. Seal of approval, sealed with a kiss. It's time to celebrate. You know, like again, kind of punny. I'm shell shocked. You're going to love these. And of course, the most adorable little happy birthday ever is on this sheet. So tons of options here. And these are on that clear, so they're super easy to work with as well. And of course, we handed them off to Julie. I mean, check out that shell. Mm, so pretty. Great use of the ribbon and the little Julie ribbon technique here. Just simple white panel. I mean, you can't go wrong. Look at this with the use of the shell. I love it. May you be happier than a bird with a french fry. How cute is that? And I'm pretty sure she used her ash ink on this. There's the blue tag. It's, oh, that's cute, Julie. I love the angled ribbon tie-in with the seals. It's time to celebrate. Nice background created with the shell in different stamped colors. You're great to have around in a pinch. Little circle punch there. A lovely background created. The sealed with a kiss. So subtle and soft. Love it. Oh, here's another appearance of that stunning shell. You can't resist stamping this one a lot. It's so, so gorgeous. May the shells on the beach remind you that treasures arrive every day in the form of simple things. Very, very sweet. Great job in these cards as always, Julie. And if you want to take a closer look at these, she will be blogging. There's the blog again, blogging about these cards. And she's really great about taking step out photos and explaining the process behind all of these very, very attainable cards. A quick reminder for those of you still here, thanks for hanging in with me. We did release our Besties page kit earlier in the month. This is our hanging version of the kit from the lobby. We do have a small lobby shop here if you happen to be local. And of course, it came with instructions. It makes the 8 pages. They're still in the protectors, but I just wanted to remind you that this is out there. It's so much fun. It's really all about our girlfriends, our bestie girlfriends. And we have a bonus card cut apart where you can turn the page kit into a dozen beautiful cards, all perfect for your sending to your girlfriends. But I want to tell you one other thing, and this is brand new, so stay with me. This is brand new information. Quite a while ago, I did a special little project called the Petite Book Duo. And this project was born because we were making all these 5x7 handmade books, and I was left with a scrap of mat board. From that mat board, I was able to take one page kit and make a couple of these petite books. It's a pair. So check this out. Karen took the Besties page kit, the Petite Book Duo instructions, which you can download from our website, and they include a video, and took the mat board and turned her kit into a twin pairing of little mini books. And what this means is like if you do something fun with your girlfriends, maybe it's a shower, maybe you went to Nashville, right? That's what everyone does for the bridal shower or whatever, or you just want to catalog your friendship, you can just make 2 books, keep one for yourself and give one to your bestie. Isn't that fun? I think it's just a fantastic idea. Way to go, Karen, on taking a past project, bringing it into a kit that we have available today. It's an absolute beauty. This little charm here, by the way, says "Ain't no hood like sisterhood." Really fun. These are great little books, and I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun making those for yourself. And I think that's all I got for you. That was a lot. I stopped being able to see comments coming in, but we really had a nice crowd today. I saw that. Thank you so much for joining me here at Club Scrap for the big reveal of the Beachcomber kit, the reminder of the Besties kit, the introduction of that cute little duo book album project, and the Vines sale reminder. We have so much going on here. Check out the website. I'm sure by now Karen has shared all of the wonderful shopping links for you. And if you have any questions, by all means, reach out to our helpful team here. You will get a human, which is super cool, in the United States to answer all of your questions. That's the best part. I've got a great and amazing hardworking team here at Club Scrap. I want to acknowledge all of them and all of their hard work making this happen every single month, because you know what happens next month? It's June. Well, the next month. It's the month of June, and that means it's our 26th anniversary. 26 years, that's 12 times a year for 26 years. we have been creating original kits and shipping them to your door. And I know many of you, we've been shipping to you more than 2 decades, and a lot of the people here on the team have been around for more than 20 years. It's absolutely amazing. So thank you for joining us here. If you're not already a member, consider joining us. There's no minimum time requirement. I always say it's my job to earn your loyalty, and that is our goal. So thank you all so much for coming today, and I look forward to seeing you in another live very soon.